Hey guys, Power again. Gonna be doing another video for you. This time is how to farm some decent seahorse pets. Now you can either get them doing it this way. Either they're going to be good hero stats or good tower stats. It's really hard to get them either way.
Hey there.
I've tried this both on Nightmare and Insane, and Insane just seems to be more reliable. Um, you can get Transcendent level like this one here. Yeah, this is a Transcendent, which you have to be 78 to use, but most of them are going to be mythical. They're good DPS pets, spread shots, they shoot fast. As you can see, they're halfway decent pets. Probably better than the average starter Nightmare person is going to have. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And the way you do that, it's Aquanos on Insane Hardcore, because it gives you a little bit better XP and loot that way. Go to Survival, which you'll have to beat this on Insane first before the survival options will pop up. Let's see here. Go up to 17. You have to complete 2 levels before they give it to you, and they give it to you by completing wave 19. So you start on 17, and they give you plenty of mana to do this. Now you're going to want the 4 main tower classes for Nightmare and Insane content. I'm going to start off and do the auras. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put electric aura right there, and I'll explain why these are here in a minute. Then you're going to put a tower stack, or an aura stack right here. Strength drain, electric, and snare. Okay, once you're done there, you come down, do the same in front of this crystal. This placement doesn't really matter as long as it's somewhere near this crystal. It's kind of a small area. This one's a little bit different too. Put snare and strength drain, but you're going to want to put your electric aura over here. Now, it's going to take some trial and error for you guys. This is with my stats. My aura size is getting close to 1,000. You want your aura size pretty big. It's more important than your strength. If you can get your strength around 800 to 1,000, you want to get your aura radius up there as much as you can. The reason is, as you can see here, this electricity is kind of off to the side. Now the reason I do this is, which I might have placed it a little bit far out. So let me move it real quick. It's been a while since I've done this map. I put it down this way, and what I do is I put a buff beam in the back, and buff beams will increase the radius of these auras. Now at 3-star buff beam, that aura there will actually be right out here to this corner. And the reason for that is the Sharkin tend to be the biggest challenge for people when they're doing these maps on, high insane level hardcore mode and Nightmare. What they do is they'll build up their charge and then come running through here. It doesn't matter what's there, they'll just knock it all back. And your walls will be gone, and it's just a pain. So you want to start doing damage to them before they charge. And that's why this one's here as well. So they can't stand right here and build up a charge, then come running down here and knock away all your walls. And luckily this one comes out over here before they see the stuff. It'll start doing damage to them right here, because they won't charge till they actually see the defensive units, but some of these are pretty long paths, so they can build up the charge pretty quick. So we've got the auras down. Next thing we're going to do, drop some buff beams. And I don't know a whole lot about the Series EV as far as the stat ramps go, but this is what I do with her. I'll put a buff beam pretty much right along this line here, as far as it'll go. So I put it right over there in the corner. I stretch it out as far as it'll go. The reason for that is it hits all the buff beams, or all the towers' auras. So it's boosting all 3 auras, which increases the size. I don't know if you noticed earlier, but this aura was back about here, so it bumped it up a little bit. It'll upgrade more once we upgrade the buff beam. But for right now, this is how you're going to place your stuff. Works pretty well. We're going to take one here, put it out to 5, about there. We'll go down here. Now the trick is, because of that aura kind of offset, it's not going to be pushed back quite as far this way, Well, actually, it's just a little bit forward, so it's not too bad. But you want to make sure you're buffing that. So set the buff beam back as far as you can, and still allow to buff all of them. I do 6 here, much as wide as you can go, like that. Double check that it's buffing all 3 of them. Okay, we're good there. Now we'll start building the walls. For this wall, we're going to build a wall here. Another reason I do it is on Insane is because if you notice in the top right here, there's no timer. That's pretty key, especially for the first few times you do this. It does take a while because you're using multiple different units to try to set this up. You want a 3DU wall there. Then to be on the safe side, and I've never actually seen anything hit these, but I do it just in case. I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I tend to pretty much AFK this stuff. So I've gotten to the point where I can AFK 2 players up to 19, no problem. So okay, now here. Now there's a little trick here, and the reason why I do this one this way is so I can get my buff beam on, or excuse me, my wall onto this buff beam right about there, and then I put my wall out about like that. Trying to remember exactly what angle I put this on. I think right about there, about 4. And then you take another one and do it like this, 3 across. Okay, now if you notice, this wall here is 47,000 health. That's pretty good, but that's because it's being buffed. Click on this one. This one's only got 35,000, so it doesn't have as much health as that one. But it's nice since it's there in the middle. It's nice to get buffed. This one here, the wall will not be on the buff beam, so it'll be there. Put a little guy here, like so, just in case there's anybody that tries to let a shot off from here. It's not going to hit the crystal, since it doesn't heal. And actually, I forgot, he wants some here as well. These are great little reflection beams. They only cost 1 DU, and they're a lifesaver on certain maps. So now you don't have to worry about the crystal getting hit by that. Ogre splash balls, it reflects those as well. Pretty damn handy. Alright, so we've got that done. Let's go to our Squire. And you realize I've been placing all this off one chest. Because it is survival, they give you the amount of mana you can get from all the chests combined for the last 17 waves or whatnot. So it's pretty handy. Alright, for here, harpoons. So all you use the Squire for pretty much anymore is harpoons. So do like that. Oh wait, you know what? I misspoke. It's been a few days since I've set this up, so same spot, but you want to angle it a little bit more this way so it can cover both angles, like so. And the reason I set them up like this versus, back on this railing is these here can see down that direction a little better and start shooting at them earlier. This one here especially. So you want those 3 there. Put one. Whoops. Go grab some more mana. And there we go. 1,200 more mana. So sit here. Put a guy like that. That plus a couple archers will be enough to deal with the air units that come in from behind. Go here. We're going to do kind of the same thing we did before. Putting the guys on the buff beams. Like so. Then I'll put another guy standing here to use up that buff beam. Here we go. Put some more. And these you just kind of point forward so they can hit both sides. Unfortunately, I would really wish they didn't have the stairs, because it keeps the mobs coming from the right kind of out of view, out of line of sight, unfortunately, until they get up close. And that's where the aura comes in to kind of weed them out. The only thing that really gets up here are ogres. But because of the fact this drops down, the mobs down here aren't necessarily going to be in line of sight. So you got to keep that in mind. Okay, so we've got those 3. We've got that done. We're at 136 out of 160. Again, I apologize, this is a long setup, but it's tried and true. I've done this many times. I've probably farmed 30 plus of the seahorses. So from here, I'm going to put a inferno trap right about here. A gas trap right about there. What that's going to do is that's just going to weed out a lot of the mobs that are coming around this way, which will help out quite a bit. Put a gas trap, I don't know, right about there or so. I think I move it each time I play, just by a little bit. I normally shrink these down just by a little bit. And what these ethereal spike traps will do, they will do some considerable damage to the ogres when the ogres come in close. So they hit for 44k, not too bad. Here, spike trap, or not spike trap, excuse me, gas trap. Over here, gas trap. Gotta keep in mind, these are all going to be in auras. Once these auras are upgraded, they'll be hitting out over here. So it's just weeding out a lot of the trash. And right here, how many defensive units short? I might have made a wall a little bit too big. I need 3 defensive units. Okay. I made something just a tad too big. You know what we'll do? We'll get rid of... Okay. This is what happens when we don't do the same build every single time. You kind of change it sometimes. So what I will do is... I'm going to take this... No, I need that buff. I don't need this buff being quite as big, so I'll manipulate that. Make it a little bit shorter. So let me go down and finish this up. It's a low power goof. I screwed up. Oh well, I'm human. Alright, so let me go back to EV and I'll drop that buff beam. I'll continue showing you how to set this up. Oop. Might help if I stay in the game. Alright, there we go. Actually, I'm not 100% used to this map yet, so this portal here should put me down there. Actually, no, it won't. Confusing. That's what happens when I do videos on the fly. I don't really pre-plan anything. I kind of just do it to do it. So, 4D. There we go. Speaking of, buff the towers, or the auras and those. So, okay, there we go. We've used up all the defensive units. Now comes the fun part. You can do it just like this, no problem. But you're probably going to have to watch defenses and stuff. If you don't want to and you want to AFK and you have a summoner, I'll show you how to set that up. So what we do here is I use a spider right here in the middle, kind of facing that way. And he'll turn. Any of these units will turn to attack stuff, so don't worry about that. Actually, I'll move a little bit. What the spider does is it will web anything that comes close. And anything you set is going to be defaulted to defensive. You can tell by the little icon right here, the little shield. He's on defensive stance. So he's only going to attack stuff that's pretty much in range of right here. And that's going to be ogres, pretty much. Nothing else should make it. You're going to want a mage here, somewhere close, so you can upgrade. I don't want them that close, so I'll put them right there. So he's behind there, so he won't get hit by the spitballs, but at least he's, you know, he's up front somewhere. And then you just put a handful of archers. I always put, you know, you just put them around here, and they will turn around and shoot stuff from behind if you need to, so don't think you have to turn them around to face that direction. And because the mage will heal your units, these guys up here, if the ogres come up and smash the walls, they will take a little bit of splash damage, but at least they're out of range of the splash damage hitting the crystal. So every once in a while, you have to watch. A Sharkin will get through, well, not a Sharkin, excuse me, an ogre. They tend to bug out sometimes. They'll get kind of stuck and then they get like pissed. and they'll come up and knock your walls out of the way. It doesn't happen too often, but sometimes. So it doesn't hurt to have a jester that can move stuff. That way you can move your wall back into place. So, alright, and I'm using the Overlord mode for this guy here. It just makes it a little easier for placing stuff. You want a spider up front, because he webs the ogre, keeps him from attacking as much. We'll put a mage up there. The mage healing is freaking awesome. So, and because for some reason the ogres sometimes bug out here at this crystal, I tend to put probably more archers than I normally would, just to try to compensate for that. But it's kind of tricky because there's not a whole lot of area to cover here. It's pretty skinny, so you got to make sure these things have line of sight. So something like that. And each time I probably place one or two defensive units a little bit different, but that's just how it goes. I have screenshots, but I'm not going to try to do it 100% the same each time. So we've got a spider there. You pretty much want a spider at each location. It just helps with the ogres. We'll put a mage here. That'll heal the units over this way. We'll put a mage here on the buff beam. And actually, we'll move this guy back on the buff beam so he gets boosted. Alright, now the main thing you gotta watch out for here is the ogres. If they decide to flip out and go through and knock your wall back, something else to keep in mind. When you're in overload mode, you can press shift to bring up the map, and then click where you want to go. It's pretty spiffy. If the ogres go batshit crazy and decide to knock this wall back, these archers here will provide a temporary wall, because he'll stop and wail on them versus going up and trying to smack the crystal. So that's why I put them out here in front. Plus they can attack them from farther out. So that's why I'm doing that. And the mage will heal them, so you don't have to worry about that too much. Now we'll add some archers out here to attack the stuff that's up this way. And again, this isn't an exact science. I just kind of throw stuff down until I run out of defensive units. So, in your trial and error, you'll find areas that might need more defensive units than others. And you can beef them up with the summoner. Again, you don't have to do this, but this pretty much allows you to AFK this, so it's pretty handy. Let's go back and put some more up here. Alright. So I'll add a few more here, try to use up the last few defensive units we've got. Try not to get them too close to those walls because they do take splash damage, but not too many. Oh, there we go. We used them all. So let's recap. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 archers here, a mage and a spider. We've got mage, spider, 4, 5 archers there. I probably could have added an extra one in there. I've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6 on that side. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Mage spider combo there. Alright. So we're done there. Now you can choose whatever you want as far as what characters you want to keep out. I normally don't bring a second character just to make it quicker till wave 19, because that's the one that gives you the pets. So I use 2 characters, so I get 2 pets. Okay, so as you can see, we're all set up and kind of re-notice the placement here. A summoner is a great one to have out, because if you go into Overlord mode, if you go into that mode and move around, the summoner has a pretty cool ability right here. It's called Flash Heal. And anywhere your cursor is, he'll do an AoE heal that actually heals for a fairly large amount. You can do that every 10 seconds. Only costs 150 mana, and it can heal all your units, including your auras and whatnot. So it's really neat because you don't have to move around the map. You can sit here and heal your defenses. You can also move around your guys. So they're pretty cool to have out. But you can have just about anybody. But now I'll show you how these auras gain in size. These auras are already being buffed. As you can see, they're coming out to roughly about here. Well, let's upgrade this buff beam. We'll see how much it moves. Alright, where's the buff beam? Sometimes it's a little tricky to get clicked on. So we'll upgrade it. Whoop, I ran out of money. Let me get some more mana. Yeah, this video's getting long. I haven't even started the wave and I'm already having issues. Probably what I'll do is I'll cut this down. I'll stop recording until wave 19. I'll record wave 19 to show you. So I don't want to make this video like an hour long. So let's upgrade this. Okay, at 1 star, let's see how much far we've got. Yeah, check that out. Now it's clear out here, much to the bottom of these stairs. So we've moved from here, or from here rather, over there. That's a pretty good increase. And that helps a lot with the sharking. They won't be wailing on your, come charging into your walls if they take damage and out far. You gotta kill them while they're trying to charge up. So that's why I make those as big as I can. And 3-star. I try to get this 3-star before starting off. The other ones, I'm okay with like 3 chevrons, but I try to get that one at least to the 3-star. So we'll go over here, grab some of this. Another thing is you could upgrade your auras so they don't wear down as quick. Really the ones you have to concentrate on are the strength drains. That's really all you should have to repair, but sometimes depending on your stats you might have to repair more. But if I'm going to upgrade an aura, it's going to be the strength drain because they go down the quickest. So I'll just upgrade these by 1. Gives them a little bit more health so they don't wear down as quick. Now you can, if you're sitting there in that main clump up there, you can run an imp pet and it'll sit there and repair your auras. Pretty damn spiffy. Alright, let's upgrade this. But I try to make this bottom area here pretty much self-reliant so I don't have to go down here except every couple waves to repair an aura. That way you're not having to run around the map, especially on hardcore. If you don't have very much resistances, even on insane, you can get mobbed and get in trouble. So go ahead and upgrade these auras. Good. Okay. So now we still got more mana. Let's see. I picked up all the chests except for the one back there. Oh, there's another one back here. Shoot. All right, let's go ahead and upgrade this stuff some more. I don't really need to. Oops. Okay, strength drain. So we'll go ahead and upgrade these. Let's upgrade the strength drain one more, just so it has more health. Sometimes it's tricky to get the strength drain when it's stacked on top of other stuff. Move your cursor around. There we go. Alright, so now I should have enough room to pick up this chest. And they give you a lot of mana. Oh, it's the one in the corner. I'm retarded. Don't follow what I do. Use your map. So here we go. Alright, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and, since we're here, upgrade that to 3-star. Okay, now I'll show you over here how that aura comes out and catches them right here. And this is, they come around the corner, they're like, oh, a wall, and they start here and start charging. Well, they're sitting in this trap, and they're taking damage from that aura, rather. So it's pretty spiffy. Alright, well, I don't know what else I'm going to use all this mana on, so let's just go ahead and up that to 3-star too. Why? Because we can, that's why. Alright, here we go. Throw some mana into this one just so it does a little bit more damage. Alright, well I'm going to start recording now. This is the layout. We're at 160 on both MU and DU units. And this is how we do it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. It is now going on the wave 19. As you can see, everything's been holding up well. I think this wall got hit once or twice by an ogre, but it's in the strength drain, so it's not a big deal. The only thing you have to watch out for is sometimes, like I was saying earlier, the ogres will like glitch out and stop and all of a sudden start running fast and knock your wall back. So watch for that. Even if it does get knocked back, unless you have multiple ogres at one time coming through, you're really not going to have to worry about it too much. You might, watch and, might get one or two hits off on the crystal, if that, but that's what these guys are for. So even if they do get through the crystal or through the wall, they'll be standing here hitting, which is out of range of the crystal for splash damage, and it'll die. So really not a whole lot of worry there. I haven't really upgraded anything except the auras to take more, have more health so they don't wear out as quickly. Everything else is pretty good. These ethereal traps have only killed a couple ogres. They're not really getting in very far. I try to get the strength drains upgraded more than the rest of it because they go down the quickest, but it's a real solid build. I've been running 2 characters this whole time. So we'll go ahead and run wave 19 and show you how that goes. And something else I will show you is how to do this on insane normal campaign. I use that and this for XP. On the campaign, from the start till when the boss dies, if you bring out an additional character that's level 0, by the end of killing the boss, he'll be 71. So it's incredible XP, and it's pretty fun. So this is pretty much how it's working. As you can see down here, down in the bottom there, not much is getting through that combo of the electric aura, the inferno, and the gas trap. The gas trap kind of stops them right there. The reason I had to move stuff out to that point is the Sharkin were stopping right on that corner, kind of where you see the rest of the mobs stopping, and it was charging up its ability and come rushing in before it could get hit by anything. And they run pretty quick, so I had to move some damage out there to stop the Sharkin. But I like to have stuff fairly close. It's easier to repair and monitor, so that's why I do this. Here's an ogre here. Yeah, so he's going down pretty damn quick. So they really don't get much off. Just occasionally, heal the aura, strength drains, that's about it. As you can see, everything's holding well. That top section, just taking care of everything. Actually, something I needed to change, if you notice in the very top of the map, you see that gas trap stopping just a hair outside the aura. I actually normally put that down half onto the bottom of the stairs, so they're just inside the aura. I keep forgetting to replace that. I'll actually go do that right now. So this side's holding well. Nothing's really having any issues. And you can upgrade stuff to do more damage. I'm just not really worrying about it. Go ahead and sell this. And I'll put a less powerful one down here. So it's not as good because this is the DPS Huntress versus my other one. I just don't feel like using my controller to go to it. It's a little more complicated. Pretty much only use my controller for power leveling other characters or rewards. But yeah, everything's doing great. Haven't had any issues. You can see there's an ogre up there at the top. He's up in the wall, but he dies pretty quick. So I've ran this all the way up to wave 23, but I was alt tabbed and something must have happened and I failed. But if you have at least one person active being able to repair auras, you shouldn't have any problem. I'm actually going to, since I forgot to do it while I was down there, just go down and repair the aura on the bottom. It looks like it's getting kind of low. I know they'll go all the way through the wave. Oh, here, the wave's over. Don't worry about it. And I'll show you the pets. They're pretty handy. I actually got one on this chick right now. She's not 78, so she can't use the good transcendent ones, but she can use the basic ones. And that's it. Wave 19, flawless, 2 characters. Oop, I went to the crystal. There we go. Alright. Now I just got 2 seahorses. Let's see what they are. Oh, a 5 upgrade one. Wow, that's pretty crappy. But they sell for a couple million a piece. 1 out of 1. Wow, those are probably the 2 worst as far as upgrades goes. I've never seen them that low. Huh. That's why you do it with 2 players, so that you can farm 2 of them at a time. And it doesn't take that long. I mean, it takes longer for me doing it while trying to explain, but that's pretty much my layout. I will do another video here in a few minutes. I'll upload it, or I'll record it and upload it so that you guys can see. It's pretty much this same layout, except I take a couple of the defense units away and I put a healing aura down at the bottom for fighting the boss. That's really all you need to know. So yeah, I won't even bother with the other video, I don't think right now. I'll make it later, but this layout, if you take out the, I don't know, take out maybe that ethereal trap right there and put a healing aura down at the bottom, it'll help you for fighting the boss. The boss, pretty much all you got to know is you kill its legs, little tentacle legs, and stay out of melee range. When you kill all its legs, it opens its mouth, shoot inside of the crystal, do more damage. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time.